Look, if Alberta wants to leave Canada, it's gonna need more than a bumper sticker and a Facebook group, okay? This isn't pack up the F-150 and head for freedom land. This is constitutional open heart surgery with oven mitts on. First off, the land you're standing on? That's treaty land. Treaties 6, 7, and 8. Those are nation-to-nation agreements between First Nations and the Crown, not suggestions penciled in the margins of a UCP platform. An Alberta court just spelled it out in nice, lawyer-approved Times New Roman. Those treaties made Alberta possible, are part of the Constitution, and are legally binding on Canada, Alberta, and First Nations. Translation from legalese to Canadian. The province doesn't get to walk off with the land like it's sneaking out of a Tim Hortons without paying for the Timbits. And here's the kicker. Alberta wasn't even a party to those treaties. The Crown was. First Nations leaders keep saying, Alberta has no authority over our treaties. And they're not wrong. So, when folks talk about a citizen petition deciding independence, Indigenous nations are in court saying, yeah, nice try. Your referendum doesn't cancel our rights or our relationship with the Crown or the Constitution. That's Section 35 of the Constitution Act, 1982, right there. Aboriginal and treaty rights are recognized and affirmed, not subject to whatever mood swings Alberta is having this election cycle. Then there's federal law and the Constitution generally. You don't just hold a backyard vote and declare, we're out, like it's Survivor, Red Deer edition. The Supreme Court in the Quebec reference made it clear. Even a clear yes in a clear referendum just forces negotiations. It doesn't magic you into independence. Any actual secession would need constitutional amendments, agreement from Ottawa and the provinces, and a solution for all those pesky things like borders, debt, citizenship, and who gets custody of the Trans-Canada Highway. Meanwhile, in the real world, judges in Alberta are already saying proposed independence referendum questions violate charter and treaty rights. First Nations are suing over the very law that made it easier to launch a separation petition because it tramples their constitutional protections and the duty to consult. You know you're not on solid legal ground when the court basically goes, no, you can't just pass a bill to turn off the Constitution like it's the lights at last call. And politically, you've got a minority of Albertans shouting, we're leaving, while a bigger crowd is signing a Forever Canadian petition and a wall of Indigenous governments lining up to say, not on treaty land you're not. That's not the start of a bold new nation. That's Thanksgiving dinner when your drunk cousin announces he's moving to Florida and Grandma reminds him he still lives in her basement. So if Alberta really wants out, it's not just a fight with Ottawa. It's with Treaties 6, 7, and 8, Section 35, the Charter, the amending formula, and every First Nation that's already lawyered up to defend what's theirs. For a province that hates red tape, they've picked the one project that's basically made out of it.